Coach. Thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
180! 180! 180! Hey! 51!
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Get wide!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Get 180! Round 80!
Stop your whining. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
To throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. This is Johnson, he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Set, 390.
Good track, good track.
Rivers on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another timeout.
Watson off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Watson dancing to his left. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
180.
Mike 51. I'm scared.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's Ty Long to punt for the Chargers. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black 11. Red Delta.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 2nd down.
This is it. 19.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58. Come on.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will get them one closer. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
15 yards. That's another Charger.
Check 31. Check 31.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Gordon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Flush to his right. This is caught by Williams. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the small...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack on first down, Watson going deep for Hunt. He's got a man, complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson throwing again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Rivers. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
A gain of 12. And the Texans 1st down.
We're set. Like 88. Like 54.
You can choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Oh, that's all. No, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Line up, go.
From the red zone now, Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Snap 180. Snap 180.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Behind.
From the gun, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 13. Check 13.
Red. Red.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
That's another Charger.
390. Black 15.
1st and 10 at the 40.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. To try again after the sack. Watson.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Don't be scared.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 59. Under crunch.
Third and long. It's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Gordon as they go to him again. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
390. Don't get nervous.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 9, check 9.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
A 36-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, open man, the tight end falls. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Hopkins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one